guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today I wanted to talk to you all about why you should be careful what you wish for, and I was very recently reminded this during Mercury retrograde of all times. So I thought this would be a really good topic to discuss with you guys today, and obviously to gauge your feedback on this too. So we all know with the law of attraction that the universe is always listening. The universe is always responding to our vibrations, to our words, to our energy and everything that we put out there. So while I do believe there is a protection mechanism there, because if all of us, like every single thought we ever had would materialize, I think the world would be a very different place, and I think there would be a lot of negativity there. So there definitely is a buffer of what is not for your highest good is not going to come to you, which is obviously good. And also I think it's the belief system you hold around that thought or that desire as well, as to whether it does manifest into your fruition. So a very simple example of how this happened for me recently. I mean, this has happened for me so many times, but this is just one example that really stood out for me, and obviously it's like a real recent one, so it's quite prominent. So I've had an Apple MacBook laptop for 5-6 years now, and I had the little silver one to start off with, and then I got the gold ones when the gold ones came out in 2016, so I got mine in 2016, and then 10 months later they released a rose gold one, and I was heartbroken, of course, because I wanted the rose gold one. But obviously I just spent £1,000 on a laptop. There was no way I was going to upgrade to just get a pink coloured one, definitely not. So I've always had FOMO with my laptop over the years, but my little trusty laptop's obviously written 2 60,000 word books. But God, I would actually love to know the word count of that laptop. I wonder whether that's possible. I mean, I've sold it now, so it's not, but 2 60,000 word books, 1,000 blog posts, like 1,000 word blog posts every week for 3 years as well. Obviously, like the numerous posts I do, like that laptop was well used. That laptop was literally well traveled, well used, and abused in some cases, because I did not have a case on it, so it was very worn. So about 3 months ago, I kid you not, I had this laptop sat on my kitchen counter, and I'd gone to make a cup of tea, so it was on the counter, it was not hanging off the edge, and it just fell off. Now I have dropped this laptop so many times and had like shit moments, heart attack moments, and it's been absolutely fine. And then that one time I left it on the counter by itself, fully safe, just falls off and the screen cracks. So I had a massive big crack down my laptop screen. And all that time, like ever since 2016, since I purchased it, I was always like, oh, one day I'd love to get a pink one. I'd love to get the rose gold one. You know, we'll see what happens when I need to upgrade it, sort of thing. So I always set that intention subconsciously, but never really thought about it, because I knew that this laptop would last me for so long that I needed to get over the fact I didn't have a rose gold one. So I obviously cracked it 3 months ago. It was absolutely fine, still fully working, praise the Lord, and just carried on using it. And then literally during Mercury retrograde, which started at the beginning of November, the screen just went one day. The screen was like, no, not working, and it went all grainy, it went all like flickery, like the screen was jumping all over the place, and I was like, I think it's time. I think my baby's passing over to the other side. So I took it to like a Mac specialist, and they were like, yeah, you need to replace the whole screen. It's going to cost like £400–500. So you're probably better off just buying a secondhand one off eBay. So that's what I did. Went on eBay, purchased a secondhand one. It was a slightly newer version, a couple years newer, but still gold. Did look at the rose gold ones, obviously, but they were a lot more sort of expensive, so I just thought, no, like just stick to the gold one, like it's just a colour, you want to save money, just stop. So I got the second one through and cashed my old one in with a really good website, because obviously it was like dead earth, so it was basically for spare parts, and I got 200 quid for it, so I was well chuffed with that, because I obviously thought that I would get nothing for it. So I was well chuffed to at least get some money back on that one, and then got the new one through, and the camera didn't work. She did not disclose at all the camera did not work, and I was like, it's a bit of a problem with my business because my camera is used a lot. So I basically like said, look, I've got some quotes of like places that can fix it, but I paid $520 for the laptop and it was literally $520 to fix because the whole screen needed to be replaced again. That's the problem with Macs. The screens just need to be replaced. You can't do intricate small repairs. So she was like, nope, just return it, I'll refund you, and I'll get it fixed, because it's cheaper over where she was. And I obviously did not know it was being shipped from abroad as well. I thought it was the UK because that's what the eBay listing said. So it was basically a lot of things that weren't disclosed. So I was happy to return it because it just was not the right fit for me. And then I obviously thought, shit, back to the drawing board here of, I need a laptop. So in the end, I just thought, just buy new from John Lewis. You get 2 years warranty with it. Just buy new. Don't mess around. This is your work. Like, you will use that laptop. So anyway, literally jokes, the people who I cashed my laptop into were like, what did you do to this laptop? The battery life is gone and the keyboard is gone. I was like, yeah, I'm an author and a writer, so it's had a lot of words. It's been typed a lot. So I returned the second one, but obviously I needed one to transfer everything to first. So I just thought, right, I'm gonna get it from John Lewis. It was £100 off because they price matched. I mean, I know I'm coupon queening right now, but obviously, you know, for me, saving money is a blessing. And I got my new laptop through, which was good. And the best bit is it's the 2018 version, and on the like website, on the picture, you can tell it's like a very like orangey gold, like it's definitely a different gold to the laptop I had before. So I thought, oh okay, it's probably just like a brighter gold, a more orangey gold. When I got it through, it was rose gold. It is the pink rose gold I always wanted. But honestly, when you look at pictures online, it does not look rose gold pink at all. So it was an absolute shock to me. And I thought, wow, you really did get your manifestation in a really weird roundabout way, obviously like 3 years later, of when you didn't even want a laptop, you ended up having to literally buy a brand new laptop, which was my intention of wanting to buy a laptop and have the pink one. And I got it, brand new laptop, and was pink, which was an absolute shock to me. Now I have hundreds of these examples, but I thought that was quite a simple example where everybody can understand that, and that the universe is always conspiring as long as it's for our highest good. Now I know a laptop's obviously probably not the most like life-changing manifestation there, but obviously it makes me massively happy and it impacts my work massively. So, you know, it does make me really happy, and I was really chuffed that after all that hassle and all those delays and disruptions. So in Mercury retrograde, I did not just have one laptop break, the second one turned up broken as well. I was like, really? Come on, guys. So I'm, you know, and even I think in hindsight, looking back, I'm like, well, actually, you can even laugh at that story because it's actually really representative of probably a lot of things in my life, and I'm sure you guys can relate to, of when things feel like they're not going right and you don't know why, and then the second laptop turns up broken as well, and you're like, what's happening? Why isn't this like just flowing? And then all of a sudden, when you get the third laptop through and it's the perfect one, it was rose gold like you'd always wanted, you're like, now I understand why the universe delayed me. Now I understand why Mercury retrograde did this to me. Now I understand that the universe is always listening to my requests, to my like manifestations as such. So I think we can use that as a good analogy of how the universe works. And I really hope I can share another Mercury retrograde weird out of the blue manifestation with you soon, but it's currently in the sign-off process, so I definitely cannot mention anything yet. But you will want to watch that video because it's probably the most craziest, easiest, biggest manifestation I've ever had. Really odd, but I trust the universe on that one. So there are many examples I can give here of how the universe is always listening to us, but it really is a case of be careful what you wish for. And I hear this so much from people of saying, well, be careful what you wish for, and I'm like, oh god. So I think like the main message of this video is like not to fear that. Like there's nothing to fear with saying like be careful what you wish for. It's saying like make sure you have clarity when you're setting those intentions. Make sure when you are setting those intentions that it is for the highest good of all, because I've equally on the flip side had that where I maybe haven't had that intention and been like, yes, this is definitely for my highest good, and then I'll like manifest it and then realize actually it's not what I wanted at all. And book deals was such a good example of this for me, because I realized from actually working with the publishers, that a variety of them that I had always wanted to work with and publish my book with, that actually they weren't for my highest good at all, and it wasn't actually what would have been good for myself, my book, or my business. So I think really it is a case of the universe sometimes will bring our desires to us to show us that actually they're not for our highest good, and that, you know, something else better is planned, which is so much more aligned to us and will serve us better. And we all experience it, where we'll think something, we'll be like, I knew that was going to happen, I said that was going to happen, oh my god, I literally said this morning and it happened. And I do believe our intuition is definitely tied into that as well, of we intuitively gauge things, of we'll think about something, we'll think about someone and then they'll call or something. So I think our intuition definitely plays a chord here. But even the things that I have manifested, which have then sort of like later on not worked out, and I've been like, oh okay, that was a good lesson to teach me actually what I wanted. I think, you know, sometimes getting what you wish for is actually a good thing, because it gives you perspective, it gives you the actual experience, so you can actually say, oh no, I don't think this is for me, actually I do want something better, or I do choose something better. So I definitely think there's nothing to fear with be careful what you wish for, definitely not. But I think it's just that really helpful reminder to us all to be like, be careful what you wish for, because Muggins was literally £1,500 down over the last few weeks with laptop saga of having to have multiple laptops at one time. So obviously, like, I was like, whoa, like I didn't need this money coming out at this time, because obviously like this time of year is like every bill is renewed, insurance is renewed, everything is renewed, so everything's come out in November. So I was a bit like, so really, like, I had to trust, I had to really surrender in that moment. And again, I had to surrender with quite a lot of situations in this Mercury retrograde, because just so much happened, and it was tough. And like, from speaking to you guys on my Instagram and obviously in my Facebook group, a lot of you were the same, and November was just a very weird month. A very weird month. I mean, we're still in it. So I'm hoping by the time you see this that lots of great things have happened for all of us since the Mercury retrograde has stopped. So really what I want to challenge you today is to think about, what have I wished for? Do I set the intention of this or something better for the highest good of all? And have you had any examples in your life where you've had that similar experience, where you've been like, whoa, be careful what you wish for, because that did actually happen? And although like it's all positive and worked out great for me in the end, sometimes it doesn't always feel like that when you're in the middle, when you're in the middle of the situation, stressing about everything. And I mean this on a whole scale, not just with a laptop, because people were kind of like, Emma, why are you stressing over a laptop? Calm down. I was like, no, this laptop is representative of very much a lot of areas of my life, so it's all good. So really it's about like taking that laptop analogy and being like, in the middle, it may feel stressful, it may feel scary, it may feel uncertain, you may think, why the hell is the universe doing this to me? But it's all going to work out at the end. It's all going to be okay. And there's always going to be a solution for the highest good of all. And that's really what I had to surrender in like multiple situations when all of this stuff was coming up at the same time. And I was like, like backed up against the wall, like, oh my god, okay, just deal with one thing at a time. Was really a case of surrendering and being like, universe, please help me, like, you know, bring spiritual solutions to me. Like, what do I need to do about this laptop? What do I need to do about this situation? What do I need to do about this? And just really surrendering into that. And also this other crazy manifestation story, which I hope I'm able to tell you soon, linked in at the same time. So I had all of this and I was like, okay, right, just buy the new laptop, to do this. So really it's a case of just surrendering it and being trusting that the universe is gonna bring you the solutions, bring you the outcome, bring you what you need at that time, at the perfect time. And it always does, it always does. I've been on this journey for 4 years now. I know it always does, but sometimes our ego can get in the way and we're like, oh hell, this is like too much, oh my god. So I think definitely if you're in that situation, be careful what you wish for, because there's like chaos or adversity or things feel very negative or uncertain at the moment, definitely just remind yourself that this is the messy middle. And I definitely want to talk about this more. I'm currently reading Brene Brown's Rising Strong book, and it's so good. I love Brene, but I cannot express how much I love this book already. So I definitely want to talk more about how to deal with that messy part, the messy middle where things are uncertain, how you can rely on spiritual support for that, because you really can. And like in terms of how you ask for that spiritual support, and a lot of this is intention based, it's more of a case of like putting or having that conversation with the universe and saying, look, universe, I really need you to step in right now and help me. I don't know what to do. Please help me to find spiritual solutions. Please help me to find the answer. Please help me or give me a sign of what I should do right now. So this is what massively helps me through Mercury retrograde, was totally relying on my internal guidance, my GPS, my intuition, and totally relying on the signs and synchronicities and what I felt guided to from my spirit team and angels. So to summarize this, because I feel like I've gone on many tangents within this video, as always, I feel that really that be careful what you wish for always works out for the highest good anyway. Like there's never been a be careful what you wish for where I've been like, holy shit, really wish I didn't manifest that. It's always taught me something. It's always like, I've always grown from that experience. It's always taught me something, or it's actually made me realize what it is I really do want. So I feel like when we set those intentions with the universe, we will always attract, you know, something which is similar but not quite, or a test. I know that sometimes, you know, we're like, it's not really a test, is it? I know it's not, but for the sake of us understanding what it is, we'll call it a test. So when we set those big intentions in our life, or even small intentions like the laptop, we, you know, our higher selves, our angels, our spirit team may bring a situation or something very similar, which we'd think, oh, this is a manifestation, into our life, to either give us our manifestation or to teach us that actually, no, wait, hold out, there's something better. This isn't quite, you know, aligned to me. This isn't quite what I've pictured feeling like or what it would be like, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. So I feel like the be careful what you wish for is actually sometimes just a little friendly reminder from the universe of, yeah, be careful what you wish for and aim higher, go for something better. And it's really just like a trusting your intuition technique of thinking, right, does this feel for my highest good? Does this feel right? And I've had situations as well where I have gone for something not right, and then it just doesn't work out anyway, because the universe is like, come on. And then I'm like, oh right, I've got the lesson now. Yep, I understand. So even if you do go along that garden path as such, what's meant for you will never miss you, and what's not meant for you will never come, basically. So, you know, I've soon been knocked off that path where it's like, no, you will wait for the right thing, and then it's always worked out great. So I think my main message here is to be careful what you wish for in terms of getting clear, so being clear and knowing exactly what it is you don't want, so you know what you do want. But equally, this is a journey, and sometimes we don't always know what we don't want until we get that be careful what you wish for, and then realize, actually, no, I definitely want something better, something more aligned, and then we know what our clarity is. So I definitely don't think, you know, to beat yourself up if you don't have that clear, concise clarity right now. Like, it's okay, it's a journey. Like, I've had manifestations where I've had to go along that be careful what you wish for route, and then realize further along, like, actually, no, this doesn't feel aligned, this doesn't feel good. I need to hold out, and I need to trust that a spiritual solution is going to come, which will be better. So although the laptop analogy is very simple, very, you know, people will be like, why are you even worried about that? But to all of us, you know, it is our work and stuff, and use that analogy for the bigger picture in life, of the bigger things that happen, of, you know, you may get a test along the way with the undisclosed faulty eBay laptop that comes to you, but it's okay because you'll be able to return it, and then you'll be able to get the upgraded rose gold one that you've always wanted, and it will be the perfect laptop at the perfect time for the perfect price, and all will be well in the world. And you can use that for love, you can use that for careers, you can use that for anything. Like, I'm sure you even will have multiple experiences of this in your own life. So I think my laptop analogy was definitely like, see, the universe is always listening, the universe is always listening to our desires, you know, working to bring these into fruition, even if it is 3 years down the line when you've totally forgotten about it. and that actually it's all going to work out for the highest good. There was obviously a reason that I needed that new laptop, and I've got 2 years warranty, so it's all good. So I hope I can share my other really amazing manifestation story with you soon. I'm sure I will, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you so much guys for watching this video. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next YouTube video, which will be next week. Lots of love, guys.